the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 16-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Herbert on first down now. And this one complete to Reed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
4 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelly. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Jets 0. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And some space here. And now look at him go. And how about that return? As he's hauled away inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
19-yard line.
one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
22-yard line.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Jets 3.
Bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He's got it to Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays. And finally it's paid off for him because in 2019, had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
Carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk on Thomas. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 37. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards there. First down, New York.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
On first down, it's Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track slippers? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Here's Desmond King on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. To get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The 48-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's looking deep for Bell. They do a double team, and it's intercepted. Mayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And inches at the Jets' 37-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But your touchdown, Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
Michael Badgley lining up.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold is going to look deep for Perriman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breshad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Ty Long now, as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Crowder. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Darnold, he'll air this one out for Mims. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Le'Veon Bell.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Darnold from the gun. Got a man, it's Mills. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They'll run on first down. Bell, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try to get back to where you were to start the half.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the...
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw out right, complete to his running back right side. Herbert, so the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Herbert, normally being a big-bodied receiver, plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold here by Bell. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And that will be incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 49 plate to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Badgley to kick off for the...
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 29-yard line.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. From the 36, Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's third and short.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Jets on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Casey Hayward. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert.
often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
His third interception. Picked off of the 18. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, it's Bell. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
he started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Michael Badgley for the Charger field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10. at their own 18-yard.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
And 1.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
A pickup of 5 yards. First down, New York.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Bell, the ball carrier.
Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
By Rayshon Jenkins.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get up near the 45 and spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 11. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Complete. That's Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, all he needs to do with now and get himself clean. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
Today's final score, Jets.
But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Jets, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.